Welcome, everybody. We are so glad that you are here. Welcome to the 2017 Angelman Syndrome Foundation Family Conference. Yeah. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Eileen Braun. I'm the Executive Director of the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. And, here we go. This is my clan. It's a crazy clan. This is my husband, Tom. As he likes to say, we've been happily married for 26 years, and that's not bad out of 32. But really, we have been happily married for 32 years. This is our daughter, Caitlin. She's 26. She's our oldest. She has Angelman syndrome. Our son, Joe, he's at Bowling Green State University in Ohio. He will, finally graduate in August. Our other son, John, he is a junior at Central Michigan. This fall, he's going to be studying sports medicine. And our youngest, Kimberly, just graduated from high school, and she is also going to Central Michigan and either sports medicine or kinesiology. In the background, photobombing for you all is our walk coordinator, John Timbers. We've kind of adopted him into our family. And let's see, I don't know if you can see that very well. The young lady next to John, his girlfriend, the two young men on the outside. These gentlemen have been part of our family, again, adopted. They have been coming to the walk with our kids at least 10 or 12 years. They came back from college and have been volunteering for the walk in Chicago for many, many years. And my sister and her brother there in the middle. So we are one crazy clan, but we have been on this journey for 26 years. And as a mother and as a director, I just want to make sure that all of you know that there is no question that you could be afraid to ask me. I'm here to help you. That's my job, but it's my passion. I love all of you. I'm thrilled that you are all here at this meeting, and any way that I can help out, I'd be happy to do so. So again, happy to have you meet my family. Welcome. We're glad that you're here. So I wanted to give you just a little bit of an overview of this conference. This is the largest Angelman syndrome meeting in the world. So we have nearly 50 sessions going on just for you. And that's just in the family conference. So we are starting to wrap up the scientific symposium this afternoon. Amazing, cutting-edge science, things that haven't been published yet. They've been talking about trying to do everything that they can to help you, your child, and your family. There are approximately 60 speakers here, speakers and panelists here for the next few days, all experts in Angelman syndrome. And they come from around the globe. We have families from 40 different states represented here and in 13 countries worldwide. So this is truly a global, international experience. Let's see. But most importantly, this conference is about you. Everything that's happening in this conference is built and centered around you, focused on you and your special person with Angelman syndrome. There's a lot to take in. I remember sitting in your seat 24 years ago and being, quite frankly, quite overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do with the diagnosis. My husband and I didn't know what to do with the diagnosis. I remember sitting in a session about fundraising and looking at my husband and saying, I don't know why we're here. We will never be fundraisers. So never say never. But you're not alone, and that's the wonderful thing about this meeting. Everybody here is coming here from a different point of view, different experiences, different situations, but we all have one thing in common, and that's that we want to help our special person with Angelman syndrome. You are going to get a lot of information, but we want you to also take that time to maybe take a break when you need it, to access help when you need it. There are a whole bunch of people that are here for you. In addition to a lot of the sessions, we have opportunities for networking and expanding your network of contacts and people that will be able to help you. And we've also built in just some simply fun things to do, and we all need that as well. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a little bit of sleep while you're here. I don't know. But before we jump into all of that, we do have some housekeeping items and some friendly reminders for you while you're here at the meeting. So the first thing that we do want to talk about is cell phone etiquette. Please, out of respect for our speakers and for the other conference attendees, we do ask you to please turn off excuse me, or put on vibrate all of your cell phones and other portable communication devices. If you need to answer a call, we just ask that you please step out of the room before you start talking, and so we do appreciate your cooperation with that. But you will need those cell phones and tablets while you're here because, as you all know, we have a wonderful conference app, and you're going to need that app for the conference. So yes, we have gone paperless this year. You can find information about all the sessions, the speakers, the events in the conference app. So if you have not downloaded that yet, we do ask that you do that, get logged on, or if you do have any type of questions about the conference app, we are going to ask you to ask our app expert, Joe Wolf. He is here. He didn't know I was going to do this, but ask Joe if you have any questions. He can help you out with that as well. For the conference app, we're just going to touch a little bit on the conference app. Your login for the conference app is Future 2017. All right. So let's see. When you open up the app, you do want to go ahead and click on the 2017 Family Conference app. All right. And then up on the top, you will see a light gray bar at the top. And you can get to many different things. For instance, sessions. There's a photo gallery there. You can find news, etc. And then when you're in the session app, this is the important part. When you're in the session app, just go ahead and click on the different sessions if you haven't done so already. You can open up those sessions by clicking on each session. You'll find the abstract for each of the sessions, and then as you scroll down to the bottom, you will also find information about the speaker bio. Okay. And then at the end, you can also rate the speakers for each of the sessions, and you can do that right through the app as well. You can also click on the upper right-hand corner to find out many more things about the conference, about important announcements, find out about our conference sponsors, and you can also provide your valuable feedback about the sessions that you're attending. So there's many more capabilities with the app. I've only gone through a couple of them just because of time, but if you do have any questions, please make sure that you talk to Joe or any of our team here at the conference. We'll be happy to help you out. In addition, the Wi-Fi password for all of the conference meeting rooms is ASF 2017. This is different than the Wi-Fi password in your guest rooms. So when you're in this meeting space and you need that, you'll need to switch to this Wi-Fi password. And again, at the end of each of the sessions, there's an opportunity to take a survey. Again, there's just a couple questions and they're just a couple of click-throughs. We do appreciate your feedback. It helps us plan future conferences, future meetings, and we value that. We learn from that. We get great information from you, so please make sure that you're taking those surveys after each of the sessions. So, what else should you expect at this meeting? We are going to go through some quick introductions of some people here today. We're also going to be talking about the Angelman Syndrome Foundation for a little bit, and then we're going to talk to you just a little bit about the schedule. So, As far as quick introductions, I would really, it is my honor to introduce to you this afternoon the ASF Board President, Mr. Greg Dohrmann.
This is on. Yeah, I don't think it's on. Thank you very much, Eileen. And as Eileen said, Greg Dohrmann is my name. I've been the president for 4 years. I've had the pleasure of serving in that capacity. My wife, Natalie, and I have a 11-year-old daughter, Danica, with Angelman syndrome. And while we do have an incredible, small but incredible paid staff at the Angelman Syndrome Foundation, we do also have a board of directors that I'd like to bring up quickly, just so you can put a face with a name. So if I could have the board members please come up quickly. And as they're making their way up, I did want to point out that the majority, if not all of these board members, are parents just like you. So their lives are extremely hectic, just as yours are. And so, again, it's a volunteer position. They work tirelessly to make sure that the organization is focused in the right direction. And again, it's an all volunteer position. So I'm going to have each one just quickly introduce themselves so you can, again, hear a little bit about each one.
I'll go first. I'm Steve Katz. My son is 29. And I've been a member of the Angelman board for 16 of the 25 years of the foundation. And next.
Where are you from?
Oh. Sorry, I'm from Philadelphia.
My name is Justin Grill, and my wife Carrie and I live on the west side of the state of Michigan with our family. We have 3 children, an 8-year-old Noah with Angelman syndrome, and then typical children, 6-year-old Daniel and 4-year-old girl Hannah. So I've been on the board now for, I think this is my 4th year, and I'm happy that everyone's able to make it today.
Hello everybody, Michael Cecere, just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. I'm here with my wife and my 3 children. Michael is my oldest at 6, and my youngest is Scarlett at 1.5, and Weston is our angel at 4. So, welcome everybody.
Hello, I am Jim Kibitza from Cheshire, Connecticut, and here with my wife Jen, our son Nicole, who has Angelman syndrome, and our 9-year-old Lincoln. And I am the 2nd newest member of the board. I've only been on since February, so looking forward to this whole thing as a board member. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Tim Balsam, just north of Boston in Massachusetts. I have 2 sons. Cooper is 10 years old, and my Angelman boy, Bodie, is 7 years old. I've been on the board for, I think, 3 or 4 years, and it's just been a pleasure to listen to the families and try to take your concerns and move them forward through the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Dan Harvey. I've been a member of the board. This is my 2nd stint on the board. I was on the board, I believe, from 97 to 2003, and then I rejoined a few years ago. I've been very involved in the scientific aspects and have chaired the Scientific Advisory Committee and recently turned that responsibility over to Stormy Chamberlain. I'm here with my 2 of my kids and my wife. They're sitting in the back, or I can sort of see them. Yes, my daughter, Michelle, who will be speaking several times, and if you have questions about IEPs and things, please talk to her. She's been attending Angelman syndrome conferences since 1997, so she's very experienced at this and has a lot of information that she can provide you. Matt's back there, he's 22, and my wife, Karen, is sitting with him. So thank you all for coming.
Thanks, guys. Good. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, everyone. And I did want to point out that one of our newer board members, Kyle Rooney, some of you may recall, Kyle did Summit for Angelman, where he actually climbed Mount Kilimanjaro to raise funds for the ASF, is now currently actually on Mount Rainier, so unfortunately he couldn't make it today. So we'll have to. And one thing we did want to mention is that along with the board members, there's always ways that folks can get involved in the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. So if there's ever anybody else that'd like to get involved, we always are looking for walk coordinators for our annual walkathon, as well as other means. So please, if you want to get involved, don't be shy about reaching out to myself or to Eileen or any of the board members that you've met right now. Next, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have all of the new families please stand up. So anyone that is attending this conference for the very first time, if you could please stand up. So first I just want to say welcome to an amazing community. Everyone here in this room is here for you. I can't say enough about the community that you've just joined. And now what I'd like everyone that's been to more than one conference to please stand up. So if you've been to more than one conference, please stand up. So new families, I'd like you to look around at those people, and those are the folks you're going to call at 3 a.m. when you have a question and you need some help. Those are the folks, all right? And what's funny about that is they'll probably be awake, so remember those faces. Next, I'm going to turn it back over to Eileen, but again, we wanted to welcome everybody. For you new families, please do not hesitate to reach out, whether it be now or into the future. We are here for you, and I think everyone's going to enjoy this conference, so I'll turn it back over to Eileen.
Thank you, Greg. 2017 is the 25th anniversary of the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. We were incorporated officially in 1992. This is our 25th anniversary year. And we felt that this was a good opportunity to tell you a little bit about the organization. For those of you who are new or may not be familiar with all of the wonderful things that the Angelman Syndrome Foundation does on your behalf, for you and with you, we wanted to share some of that information with you.
Sorry. I handed it off a little too early, but one thing that we wanted to point out is the Angelman Syndrome Foundation, when it was formed many years ago, the ultimate goal was to find a cure, invest in research to eventually find a cure. And what's amazing about that is that along the way, what we've decided is we want to ultimately get there, but until we get there, we want to be there for you. So we want to help you in every single way that we can, and all the challenges and struggles in our lives that we face on a daily basis because we have a child with Angelman syndrome. And really, that again, all of that is possible because of all the people recently and way before us that have fundraised for the ASF, that have donated to the ASF. That is all possible because of you in this room and everyone else that's come before us. And really, when you think about it, because of those fundraising efforts, donations, we have invested over $9 million into research, okay? It's a big number, $9 million. We're the largest investor, private investor. And really what's incredible about it is when you look about 3 to 4 years ago, this research has taken off in ways that honestly I don't think many people thought was possible. These truly are very exciting times when it comes to research. We are in an area now where honestly we never thought we would be and hoped we would be, but we are there. And it really is, again, because of all of you. So I think it's important for the new families especially, be excited about the research. It is. And also, don't hesitate to come to us for help in the daily struggles that can happen, right? So we're here for you in both those capacities. So again, thank you everyone for getting us to where we are today.
In 2017, you are joining over 9,000 people who have attended Angelman Syndrome Foundation conferences. There is no other AS meeting in the world that compares to this meeting. What happens here, both in the session rooms and in the hallways, is truly unique and special. Lifetime friendships are made, learning about all things Angelman syndrome, and those things that are most important to you, discovering, as a very wise Angelman mom, Sue Scheibel, so well describes this meeting, you will leave here with those golden nuggets of information that you learn here that you won't learn anyplace else. That is what makes this meeting so special. The Angelman Syndrome Foundation, a couple of years ago, put significant time and resources into developing the communication training series. If you haven't taken advantage of this, I highly encourage you to do so. I know on Friday we're going to be talking a lot about communications and technology, but this training series is a wonderful tool and asset for you when you go away from this meeting, for you to learn and to continue to learn and enhance your child's communication skills. This series is a series of nearly 50 webinars. Each one is broken down into a 1-hour segment, addresses specific issues and areas in AAC, communications, POD, core language, and it was all developed by 4 experts in Angelman syndrome communication. And it's dedicated to helping you learn how to best communicate with your special person with Angelman syndrome. Every day this number goes up, but so far we've had over 53,000 people, parents, school staff, speech and language pathologists, AAC specialists, who have viewed this communication training series. And we've gotten feedback from those people in the AAC industry. This is the only program that they know of like this, and that's available at no cost to you. So please take advantage of that. If you have any questions about where this is and how to locate it, please let me know. But this is on the Angelman Syndrome Foundation website, and you can access it, again, at no cost to you. I'm going to talk just a little bit about the Angelman syndrome clinics. I'm not going to say a lot about that because we have the next session is fully devoted to these clinics. But the Angelman Syndrome Foundation, in addition to research, is fully committed to the care for your child with Angelman syndrome. Our kids have complex needs, and as you all know, it's very difficult to just go to your local physician and get the type and the breadth of care that you need. And so these comprehensive clinics are designed around our children's needs. And so whether it's neurology, GI issues, dietary needs, developmental assessments, whatever those needs are, you can find those at our Angelman clinics. The Angelman Syndrome Foundation supports these clinics financially. These are not inexpensive. Typically, these multidisciplinary clinics, not only are they very expensive, but they're tremendous drains on the institutions where they are. So we provide that funding for these clinics so that you can have the best quality health care that you can get for your child. So we'll hear more about that in the next session, but I wanted you to know this is a huge priority for the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. If you haven't taken advantage yet of our family resource team, we have a team of 3 people who probably do the work of a legion of people. They are specialists in their own right. They work with you one-on-one. There's a portal on the ASF website, the Family Resource Team, where you can request help and support and their advice on resources that you might need. So if you live in the state of Illinois and you are looking for a wheelchair or a stroller, or if you have problems with Medicaid, or how do I access Social Security, or how do I appeal an insurance issue, you can contact us, and you can contact a member of the ASF resource team, and they'll help you. And there's no charge for that. But it's what we do, because we're here to help you, to help improve your lives. So here at the conference, you can make an appointment one-on-one to talk with the Family Resource Team. Michelle Harvey, you are in the back. Would you please stand up? Michelle Harvey is part of our resource team. Michelle works most specifically with IEPs, with advocating for your child during the IEP process. That can be daunting. She is also an expert in ABA. She is a teacher in special ed, so she is an incredible asset to us. Is Eric Wright here yet? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, all right. So Eric Wright is here. Eric probably handles some of the toughest questions about Medicaid, government services, and supports. some of the toughest situations we've thrown at Eric, and he has handled them magnificently. And Eric is also available here on site to work with you one-on-one. These two people right now, I think, have 85 appointments set up over the course of the next few days. But I think they still might have a few openings. But please stop by the resource team booth in the exhibit area by the registration desk. They're here to help you. We do have one other member of our team, Lizzie Sordia. She is not here on site with us right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't access her services. Lizzie works with us on obtaining durable medical goods and durable medical equipment, and she's a tremendous asset to this team as well. So while you're here on site, please make sure to talk to both Michelle and Eric. Please use the portal, take advantage of the service. It's here for you, no cost to you. Please make sure that you're taking advantage of it. And the Angelman Syndrome Foundation Walk, the National Walk, since 1999, over 88,000, close to 90,000 people have participated in our largest fundraising event. And it's because of this event that we can offer all of these services, the research, the support for all of you. We love that you come and participate in it, and we love that you, and we're so appreciative of the fact that you are doing this fundraising, because you're helping to support not only yourself, but the fantastic researchers that are working towards a cure for our kids, that are working on therapeutics, that's funding all of these important services and programs that are here for you. So on behalf of our team and the Board of Directors, thank you all for participating in the National Walk. And so together, all of these things are the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. And again, it's all here for you. So please let us know how we can help you. We're here to help you. And again, there's nothing that you can't ask us. If we don't know the answer to the question that you're asking, we're going to get that answer for you. So please utilize the help and the services of the foundation. So what should you expect at this meeting? So we're going to go over just a few highlights of what's going to happen today and the next few days. And I'm going to go through this rather quickly because I know you all want to hear about the clinics as well. So today, right now, we have a sib shop that's going on that's dedicated specifically to the siblings of people with Angelman syndrome. We know that Angelman syndrome affects everybody in the family, and it also affects our other children as well. And in the past, we haven't given enough time, I don't think, to our siblings. We have a lot of sessions for us as parents, and we talk a lot about the research. But there's some issues that our other kids have, and we wanted to give them an opportunity, a really good opportunity, to be with other siblings, to know that they're not alone, and their situation and their circumstances aren't necessarily unusual, and they need to make those friends and acquaintances and start to form those bonds of friendship with other people that are probably going through some of the same issues and same things that they are. So that sib shop is going on right now. We're also going to be talking about the ASF-funded clinics right after this conversation. And then later this afternoon, we have a couple of sessions that are going to be just focused on research, what's happening in research. We're going to talk about clinical trials. What does it mean to have a really good, well-designed clinical trial? And what do you need to know as parents about a well-designed clinical trial? Because that's really, really important information. We want you to understand that, because there's a lot that's happening right now in Angelman research, a lot of great things that are happening in Angelman research. And as we're moving towards, even more clinical trials, we want to make sure that we're doing it right and that we're getting it right. And we want you to understand that whole process. In addition, we have the Just For sessions. Those have always been a big hit. So we have the Just For Moms, Just For Dads, Just For Grandparents, and Just For Other Relatives, all who want to be involved with our special people with Angelman syndrome and help us in our lives. We want you to feel very comfortable in in discussing these issues during these sessions, we've made a cash bar available for you. So prior to going into those sessions, if you want to grab a drink before you go in there, we do have that available for you outside the sessions. So yeah, this is a good thing, yeah. So please come to those sessions a few minutes early so you can grab a drink and take it in with you. We have fabulous moderators for those sessions. Please take advantage of these. This is that opportunity for you as moms, dads, grandparents, relatives to really talk about how AS affects you within the dynamic of your family and how you can best help your special person with Angelman syndrome. And then tonight we have our welcome reception, which is going to be at the water park. Please remember, you need your badge to get into every event here at the meeting, and you won't be able to get into the water park and to the reception without your lanyard. So please make sure that you bring that with you. Tomorrow, Thursday, is a jam-packed day. We're going to be starting off with your not-so-genotypical breakfast. So all of the tables will be color-coded for your genetic types of Angelman syndrome. You're free to sit at any of those tables within your genotype. So the signs and the directions will be posted outside of each of the breakfast room doors. Children's activities kick off tomorrow as well, and I will tell you, if you weren't sitting in here, you'd want to be in those children's activities. We have an amazing program lined up for your kids. This is going to be an Olympics type event. The space is there where the conference center is. If you go past the conference center, there's a great big tent over there. There's enough room in there for a soccer game, and there are some other great things that are going to be happening. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Parents, you do need to check in, so come and check in your child. You have to check them in and check them out. You do need to have a care provider with your families. You only need one care provider, but a care provider, and all people with Angelman syndrome do need to have a care provider with them. The children's activity coordinators will just go through with you an overview of what's going to happen during the day. But you have a pretty big day yourself, and we're hoping to tire out your kids. It's a long day, so it's not just a few hours. I think we have them till either 4 or 4:30 in the afternoon. I can't remember. But we're really hoping that we're going to tire out your kids tomorrow. Tomorrow is also all about wellness. So in our sessions, we are going to be talking everything from Genetics 101 to seizures, to anxiety, to healthy marriages, healthy single parents, everything about wellness that affects us as a family with Angelman syndrome. We're going to cover that tomorrow. And then in the evening, some new things for us as well. The Appy Hours, these are drop-in sessions in the evening. You're not going to be sitting in a formal session like this, that there won't be a speaker with a podium and a PowerPoint presentation. You can come and go. You can go and talk to the people that you want to talk to about your specific needs or issues on specific topics. You can move around the room, talk to them, and then go on to another session if you want. So again, they're drop-in sessions throughout the evening, and we really hope that you take advantage of those. In addition to that, we have 2 ticketed events. Our adult night out, you have to be 21 and older to attend that, and then also the family night event, which is Glow Golf. And if you haven't gotten your tickets for that yet, no worries. Stop in at the registration desk, get your tickets for that. Again, they're ticketed events, and you do need a ticket for those, but they're going to be a lot of fun. I understand that the adult night, a lot of fun and games are supposed to be happening, so giant-sized Jenga is one of those games. So if you're into those kind of things, lawn games and things like that, it'll be inside, but a lot of fun that evening. And then on Friday, we kick off the day with our state-by-state breakfast. So all the tables will be arranged by state. Check the boards outside the meeting rooms. to find out, where your state will be. But we want this as an opportunity for you to meet other people that are in your state. Maybe you haven't met them yet. So please take advantage of that. It's an early breakfast. I think it starts at 7:15. Come have your breakfast. Again, you'll need your badges to get into the breakfast as well. Children's activities will continue again on Friday, 2 days of children's activities. Not only will there be all of the Olympic-style events on Thursday and Friday, there is a great special surprise event and person and some entertainment for your kids at the end of the session, so we're really excited about that too. And Friday for all of us is a huge Communication and Technology Day. We have devoted the entire day to communication and to technology. We know that this is a huge issue for all of our children. And no matter where you are on the communication continuum, whether you have nothing for your child, whether you have a robust communication system, whether you're someplace in between, or you just don't know where to get started, whether your child is young or old, we will have sessions and speakers and topics and opportunities for you to work directly with the experts to help you really engage and improve communication for your child. And then the last event on Friday evening is the Champagne Wishes and Sweet Dreams event. Again, this is a ticketed event. It's an awards event. We are, for the first time, awarding Lifetime Achievement Awards to two very special people within the Angelman community. We'll also be awarding the Harry and Audrey Angelman Award for Meritorious Service and the Claudia Benton Award for Research. And we will also be acknowledging many other people who have been incredibly instrumental in not only moving the Angelman Syndrome Foundation forward, but in helping us to raise money, who have been longtime walk coordinators, and just have devoted an incredible amount of volunteer time and effort, not only to the foundation, but on behalf of all of you. Also, at the registration area, we are having a wine raffle, so for those of you who love wine, we have bottles of wine for purchase, and Friday night we will be awarding the 50-50 raffle winner at the awards event. So please make sure that you stop by there before those bottles of wine are gone. I understand they're going pretty quickly. And then on Saturday, breakfast will be on your own Saturday morning, but we do want to finish strong that day. So we are going to be talking about those ever important issues that we're all thinking about, adult issues, and where will my child be when they exit the school system? What are people doing for employment and housing? And what about community integration? And it's really never too early to be thinking about that as we're on this continuum. We're working on the things that we are working on now with our eye on the future and what will happen when our child exits the education system. And so we have a panel of people that are going to be talking about where their children are and provide probably some good help and advice on what can you do as an individual and as a family to make sure that all of those things are in place for your child when they reach that point. Resources and family support. We met Michelle and Eric. They are both giving specific talks in their fields of expertise on Saturday, so we welcome and look forward to their talks as well on Saturday. So they'll be talking about IEPs and government benefits and planning. There's also a financial planning workshop. It's a longer workshop. I believe it's from 8 until noon. It's a 4-hour workshop. We all need to be thinking about special needs trusts and guardianship and how does that look and how does that work and how do we make that happen. And we are thrilled to have Marianne Ellert from Protected Tomorrows here to be helping guide you through that process and in getting you started on that. All of our kids need a special needs trust. Bottom line, they all need one. We don't like to think about that, but for all of us, that's a reality. What happens when we as parents aren't here for our kids? And we don't want to be in that situation with our back to the wall or in an emergency situation planning for that. So Mary Ann is an expert at this. She's an incredible speaker. You will gain a wealth of information and knowledge from her. So if you're able to, please make sure that you attend that session as well. And then finally, and sadly, Saturday afternoon, our closing session and a time for goodbyes. But we will be meeting again, and it will be a great way to wrap up all that we have done this week. And we will be sending you on your way armed with an incredible amount of knowledge. You'll probably be tired and ready to go by Saturday afternoon. But this is really a phenomenal week and a very aggressive schedule. And again, I really, really want to encourage all of you to take in this moment, to take advantage of the speakers and the experts that are here, to talk to the board members, to talk to those people who have been here before. There are many people here that have paved the road for you, whose child was diagnosed with Angelman syndrome before there was no internet, before there was no inclusion. And they have a vast amount of experience, and they're here to help you. Those of you that have gotten your diagnosis recently, you have a lot of advantages in social media, in the internet, and a lot of this information that was never available to a lot of these families. But take advantage of their knowledge and expertise and where they've come from and where they've grown. They're tremendous resources for you. So on that, Greg, do you have anything else that you would like to add to this session?
Nope, just wanted to again say thank you to everybody for being here. We're definitely looking forward to 4 days of learning a ton, having a lot of fun, and really building relationships that will last a lifetime. So thank you guys very much for being here, and enjoy.
Thank you all.